80% of brain development for a pēpi happens in the first 1,000 days of life.
We think that baby's not really learning language till later, when in fact pēpi is learning in utero those small building blocks of being able to kōrero.
We meet a young Māori speech therapist embracing her love of culture and language.
We can give our tamariki and our pēpi that rich oral language, sense of identity and place in the world when they're so young.
And find out how whānau are walking the talk when it comes to helping their tamariki to find their voice.
Tree, let your arms fall. Raise them not sharply in supplication to the bright and haloed cloud. Let your arms lack toughness and resilience, for this is no mere axe to blunt, nor fire to smother. Your sap shall not rise again to the moon's pool. Your magic emanations shall not make pure again these polluted skies, for this is no ordinary sun.
As the granddaughter of renowned Ngāpuhi poet Hone Tuwhare, Hana Tuwhare knows the legacy language can create. Hone died in 2008, but the words to his most famous poem, No Ordinary Sun, capture his flair for storytelling.
Hone didn't get to school very much, but he would lay in bed at night and he would listen to his father sharing pūrākau with his friends, and they would share all these ghost stories, and it was always trying to one-up on the other person, and they were honing their storytelling skills, their oral language skills.
Hana Tuwhare is following in his footsteps, using spoken language to inspire a new generation.
Pūtu.
She's a speech therapist, helping pēpi up to the age of 3 to develop communication skills.
Sometimes we have difficulties with speech, which is our muscles moving in the right way to make the right sounds we want, and sometimes it's language, so getting the right words out in the right order.
Put it back in the bottle.
But Hana doesn't only work to improve physical speech issues.
Dip it.
She also focuses on helping to develop early learning skills in pēpi.
Kia ora. He trakatira.
Hana works closely with her colleague Tampy Bernard and his son Hawaiiki Soul, using the program Talking Matters.
Ka pai, son. The first 1,000 days of your life is the most important window to learn for your brain connections that are building. Just so much the science blew me away.
Tampy and his wife Te Waka Huia say the program is transforming their whānau.
He's been the catalyst for our family to start really revitalising te reo, my wife's side, and myself to speak more Samoan to him.
I think the biggest benefit for me as a parent with my reo Māori is when I speak to him and he actually understands. Now, he might not be saying the words completely, but he's understanding.
Tampy will share what he's learnt with other whānau in his new role alongside Hana.
Do you want to put him in the triangle?
He's seeing the impacts poor speech development is having on children.
At the moment, there are children starting at 5 going to school who can't string a sentence. They can't ask to go to the toilet. They can't communicate with other kids, and that's pretty tough.
By year 4 in primary school, Māori students are half a curriculum level behind Pākehā students. Hana believes speech therapy can be an important tool to help improve this.
Speech therapy can support in decreasing those disparities, but we also really need to be looking at the way that we're working, and is it working in a way that makes whānau feel comfortable, that makes them feel heard, supported, listened to.
Hana says traditionally Māori placed a strong emphasis on developing oral skills for pēpi. This would often be done through singing waiata called oriori.
Oriori was a type of waiata that it just included so much rich knowledge and history about that pēpi. It would often be sung into the fontanelle. Our tūpuna already have always known that our pēpi were capable of quite rich and dense learning from such a young age.
Te Waka Huia is seeing the benefits of encouraging Hawaiiki Soul to kōrero and use his voice. She's excited to see him carry on the oral traditions of his tūpuna.
Be able to stand up on the marae and deliver a whai kōrero with ease. That's my goal.
Just want him to be confident and educated and be able to tell stories, share stories.
And Hana knows the impact a world full of rich oral language can have on a child, the same way it did for her koro.
When you see a young tamariki being confident in who they are, being able to communicate what they want, being cheeky, sharing karakia, sharing waiata, yeah, it's beautiful.